Bam, just like that. We are back for another week. Dad, how are we feeling?
Well, I'm feeling good. I'm
Good.
feeling really good for a variety of reasons. Just the fact that, well, we'll recap in a bit here, but a good week last week. Had a little bit more of a did well compared to you and Ethan, and also what a fun college football weekend. So, Owen, you can speak to that.
Yeah. So
very exciting.
I was gonna say, I want to introduce. It may look like Ethan, but it is not.
It's not Angie either.
It is the rumbling, stumbling heart of St. Peter, the brother, Owen. Owen, welcome to Sports Stalls. Happy to have you here. All right, good. Love that excitement. All right,
thanks for having me.
The rumbling, stumbling heart of St. Peter, and nothing.
Yeah,
that's okay. That's okay. My apologies. I'll be better, Owen.
Yeah,
happy to be here.
He's probably a little tired after running up the score on New Ulm last night.
Yeah, it was not a close one.
What was the final score?
44-0.
Okay, that was almost as bad as some of the college games this past week that we picked. Yep. Minnesota being one of them. Wisconsin, they put a beat down. So you guys are just basically Big Ten football at this point in time. All right. Before we get any further, Dad, how about we get that intro rolling again?
Oh, the intro. Here we go.
Bingo. Never gets old.
Like it.
Oh, yeah, see, honestly, you see it and you're just like, wow, just incredible. How did that happen? I don't know, but it did.
Well, let's take a look at last week. And the spreads really came into play. However, we did have three upsets. We each picked one as our upset of the week, and we all got it. You know, Ethan picked Southern Illinois over Northwestern, nailed that one.
That was incredible. I saw that. I went, holy cow, the Salukis came to play. And I knew it was against me, but I knew Ethan picked it. So I was like, hey, not bad. Because I was happy my upset also was winning with Western Kentucky over Indiana. So that made me very, very happy, needless to say.
And I went with Syracuse over Purdue, which wasn't a big upset, but nonetheless, it came through.
By definition, that was technically an upset.
So Owen, you are going to have to label one of yours as your upset of the week when we go to our picks.
Yep. So you can't just pick all the favorites, because there's no fun in that. But
so overall, Josh got 7 last week, Dean got 8, and Ethan got 6, which brings us, I've got a 2-point lead over Josh and a 4-point lead over the guests. And there's never a big enough lead for the guests.
No, never not. I was going to say, I'm just impressed how back-to-back weeks we managed to just, 1 point better than the next for 2 straight weeks. So will this trend continue? I don't know. I hope not. I'm going to need to start getting more points. And as for the guests, so far, you have not been holding up the reputation that you have, but I feel Owen will change that. Owen, are you feeling good and confident going into this week?
Yes, I'm feeling very confident. Okay. Feeling ready to roll.
There you go. That's all we need. That's what we like to see.
So let's start off this week, and our guest always starts with the pick, and it is Tennessee Chattanooga at Illinois. Illinois is favored by 7.5.
Cool.
I think Illinois will for sure cover their spread. I think they're going to come out and be physical from the start and definitely cover the spread for sure.
Yeah. It's tough. I was gonna say, I know UT Chattanooga is a pretty good team. Obviously they're not, Big Five conference football. But they're no team to mess around with. Can they keep up with Illinois? I think Illinois has a decent team this year. And I think it'll be one of those games that Illinois may kind of get punched in the mouth early. Chattanooga may come out hot early, but I think in the end, the better, more athletic team in Illinois will prevail. I'm going to go with Illinois covering that spread and beating Chattanooga.
Yes, the part. So just to warn you two, the algorithm is back into play.
You just need 2 weeks, huh? Or 3 weeks?
3 weeks of data.
3 weeks.
This will shock you. Illinois' defense is number 53, or no, excuse me, 53 offense, 17 defense. Illinois has never been known for defense, and points allowed, they're number 15 out of all of college football. So that's impressive. They haven't played really tough talent yet, but that's just not a hallmark for them. So I'm going Illinois to win, and they will definitely cover.
Absolutely. I'm surprised. I was gonna say, who knows? They're gonna string maybe a decent football team together.
This one, the next one is, and the spread has gotten smaller.
Yeah.
Maryland at Michigan at the Big House. It was 20. It's down. Owen, it's down to 16.5. Michigan is picked to win.
I just can't go against Michigan. They've had strong blowout couple of wins here to start the season, and I think Michigan will easily cover the spread. And I don't think Maryland's going to have a great year. I think they'll have about an average year.
Okay. See, that's the tough part. I can't disagree with you that Michigan has been blowing out its opponents, but they have been playing next to no one. And I think Maryland is above that status greatly. So it's tough. I mean, they've had big spreads and worse teams kind of put a little stop to them. I don't know. I was gonna say this is gonna be a really interesting week in my eyes, considering Big Ten is gonna start playing Big Ten schools.
Yes.
The kind of football that we're used to seeing, a little bit more consistency. So I still think this is going to be an interesting kind of guess of a week, just because all these teams are playing all over the country with their non-conference schedule. So that being said, buying myself some time to think.
Mm-hmm.
I think Michigan's they're gonna come out hard. I think they're gonna try to make a statement here. They're gonna try and run the table in the Big Ten. They're favored to win it, so why not go out in fashion? Let's go like that. Michigan to win and cover.
Yeah, this is number 4 Michigan. We have 2 teams from the Big Ten in the top 4 if the playoffs started today. That's crazy. The algorithm has Michigan winning by 22. The thing that jumps out at me when I look at the stats, Michigan is number 1 for penalties, the fewest penalties in the country. That's not Michigan football. So if they don't shoot themselves in the foot, I think they're gonna be all right. However, they have the 54th strongest schedule out of 128. So
right. Well, I was gonna say those first 3 games probably put them in the bottom.
Oh, I lost Josh. What's going on here?
I don't think that's going to stand.
Yeah. I would agree with you. So I'm going to stay with Michigan. I don't think 16.5 is very much. I think they will win. They will cover.
Absolutely. All right. Good. No changes in between here. coming on up next.
Now the point spread gets a little bigger on.
Yeah, always
Central Michigan is at Penn State. Penn at Happy Valley, 28-point favorite for Penn State.
I like Penn State here. It seems like it's hard to play in their stadium. It's always really loud there. And I think Penn State will win and cover the spread. Not by much, but they will cover the spread and pull out and cruise to a victory.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. This looks like another one of those off schedule games that we've been used to for the first 3 weeks. It's a high spread. It's a home game. I don't think Central Michigan is that good. I do think Penn State is only getting better. I mean, they barely pulled off a win against Purdue, and ever since then, they've been just dominating. They beat Auburn very well. I think they're going to continue to get better and build off of a hard opponent. I don't think Central Michigan has it. Penn State wins and covers.
Yeah, this is not my upset of the week. Penn State will win. The algorithm has Penn State by 23. However, 23 is not 28. So, and especially after their huge win over Auburn last week, that was totally unexpected how they just throttled Auburn. I think they're gonna be more conservative. They're not gonna want to show the rest of the Big Ten too much because they start out in the conference. Penn State will win, but I don't think they will cover. So I'm going with Central Michigan.
Maybe a little hangover effect, big wins always are good for teams, but it's that scary team that they play after that sometimes just lingers around or beats them. Who knows?
Okay, Owen, we were at Saturday's game together against Colorado. Crazy fun game. The Gophers get in the Big Ten schedule. They're at Michigan State. Michigan State drops from number 12 in the AP out of the top 25 with how they got throttled by Washington.
Yes, they
This
did.
one started out on Sunday. Michigan State was picked to win by 3.5. Now it's Minnesota by 3. What do you got for us, Owen?
Huge Gophers fan. Hard to pick against Minnesota. I'm gonna have to go Minnesota winning and covering the spread again. I just don't. I think Michigan State will be hungry for a victory after the way they played against Washington. Came out very slow and just wasn't clicking for them. So I think it'll be a fun and exciting game, except the Gophers will pull out the victory.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the only thing going against Minnesota right now is that it's not at Minnesota. They haven't played outside of Minnesota all 3 of these games. I believe that is correct.
Yes.
Yeah, Michigan State got beat up pretty good. I believe because Washington's a good team. I'm not saying Michigan State's a bad team, but they finally played a good team and they just got kind of popped in the mouth here. I'm nervous for Minnesota. That I think that may happen to them. They haven't really played a tough team like Michigan State. They know they're going to be tough. What I'm hoping is that PJ Fleck is now a veteran coach in the Big Ten. He's played against these teams before. He's played in these stadiums before, these big games. I'm hoping he's the coach that we all think he is. I think he's incredible. I'm hoping he's going to prepare his guys harder than he has been all season because they've been playing fluff for the first 3 weeks, but now they're going into a difficult place to play against a good team. Therefore, I will go Minnesota, inching out a close game, but staying undefeated with a victory.
I can't argue with you two. Yes, the Gophers have not played a tough schedule yet. However, they don't make mistakes. They're number 3 in the country in penalties, which is, and we watched the game. I mean, they just don't make mistakes. Edina Quinn Carroll has like half of all of our penalties. Offensive lineman transfer back from Notre Dame. The algorithm has the Gophers by 8. I'm going with this. Tanner's looking good. We're gonna miss Ottman Bell. He went out last week, lower leg injury, but Mo is so good at running back, and our defense has been solid. So Minnesota will win. Minnesota will cover.
There we go. Simple as that. I was gonna say, I find it. Though so far the Gophers have been playing, they keep inching out these wins. It is going to be harder and harder and harder to pick against them. I think as they continue to just build momentum, they are going to continue to be a scary team to play. But in true Minnesota fashion, I feel there's going to be a crumble week somewhere. It's just a matter of against who and when. So,
well, and this is the start of their road gauntlet, and their road games is not a pleasant trip. I mean, they have to go to East Lansing. They have to play Michigan State. They have to go to Happy Valley, play Penn State. They're going to Lincoln, and they also have to go
Lincoln against the Cornhuskers. If you think that's a tough game, maybe it's a tough environment, but that team is garbage.
Yeah, but it's on the road, and then they have to go to Camp Randall. So they've got some work ahead of them.
They got one game, 1 week at a time.
Yeah.
Michigan State or next. See ya.
I'm anxious to see what you two go with this one, because I have wrestled with this big time. Iowa at Rutgers. Iowa is picked by 7.5.
I think this one's gonna be my upset pick here.
Okay.
Iowa's offense is just not it again. Their defense, as long as Rutgers do not turn the ball over, as long as they take care of the ball, I think they'll do just fine against Iowa. And Iowa's offense seems like they've been struggling to move the ball again this year. And so I'm going to pick Rutgers to win this one.
Okay. What a pick. What a pick.
Okay, Josh.
I couldn't talk more trash against Iowa as I did on last week's episode. Yep. I wasn't really sold on Iowa. And they made me put a cork in it with them covering a bigger spread, and then Rutgers on the complete opposite, not covering a reasonable spread. So that reason alone, Iowa covered a bigger spread. Iowa covered a big spread. Rutgers did not cover a mediocre spread. Therefore, I will take Iowa with their 7.5 point spread. They're going to start springboarding here. Iowa to win and cover.
This one, the glaring thing, the algorithm has Rutgers winning by 3. They're at home. The problem with Rutgers, they make so many mistakes. Number 112 in penalties, and Iowa just they're number 8. Iowa doesn't make mistakes. But Owen, okay. What
are you gonna do? You have a split decision between us. I'll say, make it happen.
Okay, I'm going Rutgers on this. This is not my upset of the week because the algorithm has them winning, but I'm going Rutgers. So
be it.
Yep. So we're just going with that. Okay, Owen. Wisconsin at Ohio State. I was kind of surprised on the spread. Ohio State by 18.5.
Yeah, a little bit.
I feel like it's going to be a good game, except in the second half, I feel like it's going to be close most of the first half, but in the second half, Ohio State's just loaded with talent, and I think they're just too much of a powerful team for Wisconsin to stop, and I think Ohio State will end up barely covering the spread against Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, they definitely have the firepower to blow that spread out of the water. I think Wisconsin also has the talent Wisconsin has a good enough team that they can easily prevent that. it's just a matter. We talked about it last week. I still don't think Mertz is that good. I don't think it's the offense of their past. But again, the more I talk smack about a team, they come out the next week and they just blow it out of the water.
Yeah, I was gonna say they proved you wrong.
77 points. No, again, that's against a very mediocre team. Very mediocre. I don't. My heart wants to say that Wisconsin is going to play Ohio State tough, as they have in previous matchups, possibly upsetting them. I'm going to go with my gut on this one and say on Wisconsin, you're not going to win, but I do think they are going to play hard enough to prevent a spread here.
I was really surprised with the algorithm. It has OSU by 11. I was expecting it to be in the 20s.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to ramble on it. I'm just going to say I think Ohio State is going to win. But I think Wisconsin is just going to grind it out, and they've got to have something to prove. I don't think Ohio State will win by 18. So I'm with you, Josh.
Could be easy points for Owen there. We'll find out.
I know. I was just saying.
As soon as I talk smack, the team does great. Then I say, okay, maybe they're okay. Shift the other way. I feel that may be my way all season long, but we'll find out.
Okay, the next one. Talk about Jekyll and Hyde. Purdue. Florida Atlantic at Purdue. Purdue by 19.5.
I think Purdue will win this game, but will not cover the spread. I think even though they're playing at home, I think they're just gonna come out slow and just, I don't know. I just got a feeling they're not gonna be able to do it.
Well, that's weird, Owen, because I have a feeling they will do it. That offense is firing. They're gonna keep winning. I mean, they didn't win last week, but they're going to turn that winning train around, and they're going to win, and they're going to win big here. Bounce back victory after a loss. They're going to go hard. I'm going to go Purdue to win and cover.
Yeah, I hate this, Josh. I'm agreeing with you. Purdue has a good offense. They have a good defense. They just have made untimely penalties and turnovers. They're going to clean it up this week. Ted, going back with you. Don't let me down.
I was going to say, you got away from them on the right time. You picked them.
Yeah, that's true.
Picked them not to win. That was impressive. So I feel you're kind of deciding the fate of Purdue so far this season. And wherever they're going, you're going, which is I'm glad you're on my side now.
So Purdue will win and will cover.
All right. Let's do it.
This one scratches my head. Because Northwestern has looked so bad after that opening win over Nebraska. Right. Miami, Ohio at Northwestern. Northwestern is picked to win by 7.
Just a slap in the face.
Oh,
no, it's tough.
This one
should be a no-brainer.
Tough. I mean, Northwestern has not looked good these past couple of weeks.
No,
but I still think they are going to squeak out the victory, but will not cover the spread.
I agree. I think they are not good. You know, Miami, Ohio may give them a fight, but gosh, I mean, 7 points, a Big Ten team over the MAC-10. It should be a no-brainer. They should beat that team by more than 7. I don't know if they will, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say they will. Stick with the Big Ten. Come on, Northwestern. Get your stuff together. Please win by 8 points or more. Northwestern winning and covering.
Yeah, Northwestern just 113 in turnover margins. Northwestern usually doesn't make mistakes like that. They're going to clean it up. The algorithm has Northwestern by 13.
I think I was gonna say when I just simplified it and went Big Ten, Mac 10, like it shouldn't be that close of a spread. It's embarrassing for Northwestern that it
Yes.
is, but I think I'm really hoping I'm not gonna eat my words here and say, boys, come on, get them bigger than 7-point victory against that team. But we'll see.
But it's going to be quite a game because Northwestern's defense ranked 107 against Miami's offense ranked 117. Woo.
That is some good competition. Maybe it's just an outstanding game. Very, very close, neck and neck. A lot of scoring, a lot of bad defense. Who knows? But I'm not going to be watching that game. I'll tell you that much.
No. Okay, Owen. Indiana at Cincinnati. Cincinnati by 16.5.
Oh, I just don't think Indiana has the tough enough team and to get it done. I think Cincinnati will win this game, and it won't be close. Cincinnati to cover the spread in this one.
Amen. Took the words right out of my mouth. They lost to a worse Western Kentucky team with that big red blob of a mascot. Now they are playing a team that made the college football playoffs last year. I'm sure they graduated a lot of seniors in talent, but I'm sure they have had good recruiting classes to be that good. I think this game is going to be a crush piece. I think Cincinnati is going to dominate a lesser Indiana team, Cincinnati to win and cover.
Yeah, this one, the algorithm has Cincinnati by 10. It was much closer. And again, it just comes to early season mistakes. Cincinnati is just about the worst team in penalties. Meanwhile, Indiana doesn't make any penalties. So I think Cincinnati is going to win, but they will not cover on this. I don't think so. I'm going to go with Indiana.
Your algorithm really likes looking at penalties and turnovers. They love. I've heard how many teams have made more penalties and turnovers. Nothing about offensive and defensive yards. No third down conversion. No, we go off of two factors with the D-Doll algorithm, and it seems to be turnovers and penalty yards. If you are an undisciplined team, you are garbage.
Okay, Cincinnati, 29 on offense, 29 on defense. That's not bad.
That's great. Those boys are antsy. They're probably firing off the line. False starts left and right. You know, they just want to protect their guys, holding all the time. Who knows? I don't know, but hey, whatever it is, I was gonna say this is the first week's algorithm stepping in here. Yeah. I hope it doesn't, shit the bed on you.
Okay, Owen, are you in a house divided? USC undefeated 3-0 at Oregon State undefeated 3-0. USC is picked to win by 6.5.
I'm gonna have to go USC on this one. Their offense has just been rolling this year, and with the hiring of Lincoln Riley and bringing all his big recruits into USC, I just think they're gonna get it done and have a great year. So I'm gonna pick USC to cover the spread by a lot on this one.
Absolutely, couldn't have said it better myself. USC was one of the teams that I think will sneak into the playoffs this year. I think they're going to win the Pac-12. New coaching staff, a lot of good players. I think 6.5 is kind of a low spread because I think even though Oregon State is 3-0, again, I'm guessing it has not been against tough teams. Go Trojans. I feel you're the real deal this year. Make me proud. Trojans to win and cover.
Okay, you notice I didn't say my upset of the week. Sorry, Charlie.
Here it comes.
Here it comes. Algorithm has Oregon State by 4. Oregon State #1 in the red zone. And number 43 on offense. Sorry, here we go. Turnovers. USC, number 1 in the country. They have just been making a living on turnovers. It's not going to happen this time. And I'm going with Oregon State on this.
Okay. We'll see. We will see. But oh man, that is going to be a fun game to watch without doubt. Is that where college game day is at?
It's got to be. I haven't looked at it yet. If
they may not have announced it. It's only Tuesday, so you never know. But I think that'd be a great place because that is and used to be a great rival back when both teams were so good. I remember so many Pac-12 matchups just playing tough against each other back in the old Reggie Bush days. That ages me, but it's true. So that'll be a fun game to watch. We started off very similar, but we varied very differently at the end here.
Yeah, it's where is it? I was just looking to see where college it's going to be in Tennessee.
The Tennessee-Alabama game, maybe? I mean, that's kind of a weird rival. I don't think it's a good one, nor do I think that's a good game.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Well, you know what? Tennessee's probably got a lot of money because it's at SEC, so you never know.
Also, before we review here, what a crazy finish of App State. Griggs, man, that was super fun.
That was crazy.
I was excited. I was excited to see that. I loved all the videos of them just like hoping on, and the whole town just erupting, going crazy. App State seems like a fun college town for not being, big time college football. Boy, do those students just obsess about that football team and that entire college. So I might be a bandwagon fan of App State. Who knows?
Yeah.
I might have to start buying some gear, maybe. I'm sure Griggs will be proud of me for that. But I'll find something cheap on Amazon, maybe a hat or a shirt, just to show my support.
Well, Griggs, I think he'll be on next week. So we'll have a chance.
Better get that Amazon Prime 2-day shipping going.
Well, this was super fun, Owen.
Always
it's
good.
going to be good to see. Got to see you pancake a nice, they were going to run your way and just smothered them yesterday. That was cool. Nice win.
Love it. Absolutely. Owen, always good to see you. I was going to say, I got to make it to a football game this fall. But as for your picks, we are alike on many. So I like that.
Thank you guys for having me.
Always. And as always, we'll finish up. Dad, do you have anything?
Nope, that's it.
Bring it on in. Hand in front of the microphone. And we scream on 3. Sports Dolls on 3. 1, 2, 3. Sports Dolls.